Ever find yourself trapped in the endless loop of analysis paralysis, overthinking every trade and second guessing your strategy? Imagine breaking free from that cycle, finding confidence in your entries because they're not just random guesses, but precise, consistent setups aligned with time-based liquidity. By focusing on your narrative and logic, leveraging liquidity sweeps, and timing your trades with intention, you'll begin to trust your analysis and execute with clarity. But before we dive in, be sure to like and subscribe because if you're into trading and like money, this is where you want to be. Don't forget to comment below on where you need help as a trader. Like many of you, I'm young, on the grind, and working to educate others while transforming my life through trading. Let's navigate this journey and let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so we're going to be starting right on the chart today. We're going to be breaking down turtle soup and making it simple so you guys will lose the analysis paralysis. I have gotten so many DMs, so many comments, just so many mentions about people getting analysis paralysis, and I get it. There is so much information, there is so many confluences, and there is so many patterns that show different type of ways, and it's just a lot in your head, and it's hard to be confident and super sure about a setup. I completely understand. Of course, we know at its core, Turtle Soup is all about buy and sell stops, which can be seen as all higher lows, with SMT showing a divergence by avoiding taking those higher lows. This is key in identifying critical levels where liquidity is taken, followed by displacement back inside the range, which confirms the move, and the SMT divergence adding a final touch of confluence. We can see all of these things here are in play with what I've just said. We have an accumulation range, displacement inside of the range, outside of the range, right back inside of the range. We can also see on a higher time frame, if we look at the 4-hour, right, this key low souped a previous 4-hour accumulation with 1, 2, 3 inside candles, displaced outside of the range with a false market structure shift lower, delivering right into a balanced price range, order block, or however you want to see it. Could be seen as a mitigation block as well. I really don't care what you see it as, but as long as you understand that this low delivered internal to external, delivered from a turtle soup sequence and is protected, delivering after this turtle soup sequence into this high as well from this market maker buy model. No matter what, I always want you to remember that timing is everything. However you're looking at the chart, if you're seeing delivering us from this turtle soup low into these highs, you definitely don't want to be longing on a Thursday at 6 a.m. trying to take the liquidity if you have confluences such as this order block followed by displacement, an SMT at previous higher highs, on top of many other things, even this accumulation into a manipulation, SMT as well, and then displacement back inside the range here. Okay, so now we see on this Thursday, we probably won't get a trade if we're bullish and we want to trade on the side of order flow. If we don't quite understand how to trade a retracement play in a bullish market, we sit out those days. You just don't trade. You wait for it to be super, super obvious. You wait for us to retrace back to an OTE to the order block fair value gap after a reaccumulation. We reaccumulate, come into the order block, and we should drive into the high. Even if we chop around a little bit, my main concern is that we leave the low and deliver the high. And then my eyes go directly to how we react above the high into these highs. Do we soup the high and reject very quickly and start using our bearish PD arrays to support price lower? Or do we break the high and start using previous down closure candles to the left to support price higher? We also obviously need to understand what time frame we're on and how long it will take for price to deliver via that time frame. We need to know that a 4-hour setup could take anywhere from a week to form and could play out over 3 to 5 days. An hour setup is just a little bit shorter, forming in 2 to 4 days and playing out over maybe 1 or to 3 or 4 days. A 15-minute setup could take 1 or 2 days to engineer and play out as quickly as a day or 2 days. And of course, these aren't signals that are exact. Each day and each draw on liquidity is different depending on news, how the week reacts, the day reacts, and continuing on from the previous week and the previous month. We also know if we're on the 5-minute or 15-minute setup, these can play out very, very quickly, and we need to be careful managing risk on a low time frame. We can see here, if we dig into our order block on the 4-hour on a Thursday at 6 p.m. This would most likely be a trade where you didn't catch it because you are delivering at a not so key time. As we go forward here, we see we chop up higher, take out the body high, we see we chop back down, fail to take out our swing low, chop within Monday, take out Monday's low with an SMT here during Tuesday, and deliver to the high of our accumulation range. What do we see after we've manipulated the accumulation range? A revert very quickly back inside the range. And where do we low deliver? From a Tuesday high of the week after an accumulating Monday into an expanding Wednesday, taking out our low resistance lows, understanding that we have an SMT, we're rejecting highs all through here, and showing signs of being bearish as well as not breaking highs that we have at all-time highs and SMTing with these. Even here we see we've accumulated, manipulated, displaced again, and failed to break these highs that we displaced originally from all-time highs at. For intraday, the biggest tip I could ever give you is to understand your daily and weekly profiles so you do not get cooked in overtrading and intraday trading, because it is the hardest. Intraday trading is by far the absolute hardest way to trade. Lower time frame is harder, and that is simply just how it is. Understand high probability conditions versus low probability conditions, and you will have a way better and easier time understanding how to trade. The best times to be able to spot turtle soup is between 2 to 4 a.m. during the London session and 8 through 10 a.m. during the New York Open session and the new 4-hour candle open. These windows offer the most high probability setups, and recognizing open low high close patterns are open high low close patterns on the higher time frame turtle soups. These will allow you to be able to catch order blocks on a lower time frame and position yourself within the wick of a new hourly or new 30-minute candle to align yourself with market flow, and this will allow you to discover an hourly or 30-minute power of 3 turtle soup model all on your own. The 3 biggest tips I can give you, just flat, giving it straight to you best I can, is focus on time-based liquidity and the bigger, higher time frame picture. Ensure we take out a time-based liquidity at the right time, and make sure we have a clear draw on liquidity. If these 3 things are not on your side, they are not in your favor, do not take a trade. It is as easy as that. And if you have a high win rate, turtle souping, it is impossible to not be profitable, especially holding until your final profits, or your final take profits. You will not lose. The RR is absolutely insane, especially taking a 5-minute or 15-minute order block where you allow it to play out into the end of the day or until your new session or however you're trying to trade. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know a lot of people have been asking me this, and it's, I try and, say make it as simple as possible, but it's not always as easy as just making it as simple as possible, because you don't quite understand the bigger picture. You don't quite understand this. You might not have this in mind, and it's okay. You have to learn. You have to, take one step at a time, get 1% better each day, and it'll all fall into place. Each puzzle piece will fall exactly where it needs to, and your whole picture will come together, and it will be beautiful. I'm thinking about, when I do videos like this, to do more psychology talk videos, more just sitting down and having a conversation and doing more face videos, because I show what I show on the chart, but at the same time I also like to make it seem like I'm having a genuine conversation, like I'm real, like I'm relatable, because Obviously, I am. I'm around 99% of the guys watching this. I'm around your same age. Um, we're all in the same position. Like we're all younger guys trying to get bread, and at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what we're doing, and we're all trying to get better. There's no hate anywhere, especially in my heart for, if you're trying to do the same hustle, you have the same respect, same grind, same mentality. It's all love, and we're all trying to get to the same destination. Until next time, you guys have a great one and stay safe.